All right, so welcome to our member spotlight. I'm so excited to be doing this now, to be launching this opportunity, to be sharing the ways that, the work that we're doing collaboratively together is making a national impact. So today we have one of our valued members who's kicking off our experience. And I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for accepting the invite to be our member spotlight, kicking us off.
Well, thank you so much for asking.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can you just share your PGP and one thing about you that you want our community to know?
So I'll just go ahead and tell you all, my name is Natalie. They, their, them pronouns. One thing about me you should know, I love Legos.
And play is essential. Absolutely. I definitely can absolutely relate to that. And then how did we come across meeting one another?
So we actually met in a Black Girl Magic workshop at Creating Change in 2007? No, 16.
16, yes.
16.
Yes.
We were asked what were we willing to let go, and I had just gotten dumped like a month and a half prior, and I said I wasn't ready to let go of anything because I realized I was holding on to things since I was 17 years old. And Sacred came up to me and said, that was a lot to share. Are you looking for support? And I said yes, and so we exchanged emails. I'm in the South, and so we arranged a Skype meeting, and we talked, and she was like, all right, I can be your therapist. And I was like, okay.
Absolutely.
So here we are.
Absolutely, and it's been such a gift. And I actually remember that moment specifically because someone right before you, we were in a group, and someone right before you was like, we don't need support. You should be strong and get through it on your own. And I was like, hello, it takes a lot of courage to speak up and ask for help. And I remember saying to you, like, thank you so much for being so courageous and speaking up. So I'm so glad that, you did, because I wouldn't have even known to ask you if we can continue our relationship. So I found that to be a very ironic moment, that's kind of how we came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And over our time together, what are things that you have really spearheaded? What are some of the changes that you've made in our time of working together?
So I'm a lot more confident just in how I approach my life, but I have boundaries now. I know what my wants, needs, and desires are. And I have found ways to make sure that I'm communicating that to people. I've even said stuff like that in job interviews, which is probably why I didn't get them, but I'm fine with that. When I tell people that we need to have boundaries, we need to have better communication. And you hear that all the time, but something about just the past 2 years almost has helped this information stick, so that in my friendships and my relationships, personal and private, or like work and private, I'm actually continuing to recognize that I'm allowed to have these things, and it doesn't make me a bad person for wanting things. And I am all about boundaries. People do not know how to put up boundaries and stick by them, and boundaries allow you to be more self-confident and more sure of yourself, and then I've just been happier because of it.
Absolutely. And it's been really powerful to be a witness to that shift. And you said it really, really well. And I just feel very honored to hear that too, to hear that mirrored back, because I could definitely witness and see that. And in honor of your boundaries, you're here, right? And so I'm so grateful for this time. And in calling that in, right? So it's like, okay, so you're saying that you become more confident, you came on the other side of a breakup, and you're like clear and here, right? And you're calling in boundaries, these different personal and professional relationships. What is something, now that you are clear and confident about what you want, that you need to take to the next level? Like, what is your higher vision of excellence that you're ready to confidently call in?
So now that I have these, like I know what boundaries are, I know my wants, needs, and desires, it's continuously trying to go after those things, and maintaining that motivation and also having the accountability for it. I've gotten a lot better with it. And you always falter. You can't be happy-go-lucky 24/7. I don't really know if that's healthy. But sometimes I just need more of a push to keep it moving. I think that I was on a positive trajectory, and then I lost my job and I lost a lot of the flame that I had, because I had to start worrying about other things I didn't have to when I had a job. And so maintaining that motivation and then having accountability for myself, and learning what friends I can use for accountability and what friends I got to pull away from because they have their own stuff going on. So just trying to continuously maintain. When you have a sudden life change, you're like, okay, this is not what I was planning. I don't have the same supports I used to. What do I do now?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a real testament to your resilience that you're here speaking out. A lot of people aren't able to say, going through a major life change and still showing up for themselves, right? A lot of people kind of like go into this dark place. And so for you to still be able to say like, this is what I want to call in, feels really clear and a real testament to your resilience and a real testament to the gifts that you're going to bring to that next role, on the other side of this transition. Thank you for speaking from your heart about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's hard, but it's pretty, badass. Excuse my French. So what do you need from our community, right? Because I come from a strong belief that we call in support, we call in who we need exactly when we need it. And I'm so grateful to have been able to hold space and continue to hold space for you, right? And it doesn't happen in isolation, right? Transformation, pain to power happens in the collective when we can say, hey, listen, you based in North Carolina, you based in San Diego, you based in Brooklyn, can be a resource, right? What is it that you need from us? What is the pretty much like, what is the call to action that you are saying in order to get to that level through this transition? What is it that you need to get there from us? What can we send to you, do for you to help you to get there?
So one thing just popped in my head, and there's another thing. Resumes. I do not have a college education, and so trying to get jobs online when you don't have that little bit on your resume, they're just getting thrown out. So any suggestions, any feedback, any help someone can give me on my resume and even how to make it more eye-catching. I have a friend of mine who's trying to help out with that, but the person we reached out to is not responding. So I would love for somebody, if they're willing, to look at my resume and help me out. But on the flip side, any job opportunities y'all are aware of, I'm glad to work remote. Like I said, I'm in the South, so there might not be a lot of things down here or a lot of y'all in the South, but any jobs related to customer service, admin support, office management, secretarial stuff, receptionist stuff. I have a lot of background in nonprofits, and working with LGBTQ youth. So anything y'all can throw my way would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. So you heard it right here, right? Like being able to call in confidently healthy boundaries and speak from a place of self-confidence is where you've come. And now that you are calling in on the other side of a major transition, a role that will both speak to your experience while you're calling in further education is so essential, right?
Yes.
And so absolutely, it's a both and. So, you heard it right here. If you are someone who is based in the South, reached out to Natalie, make sure when you reach out of respect for boundaries, you use they, them pronouns. Thank you so much. And you can go ahead and reach out, and I will make sure that you have a direct email where you can email either referrals for resume building and also referrals for positions, whether it be local or remote. because Natalie has a wide, expansive experience in project management, customer service, etc. Okay, and just for us to know, what is your email? If you can share it with everyone verbally, and if you can give them a moment, grab a pen. All right, I want you to make sure you take this down because we have to help each other to rise together. All right? Okay, go ahead,
So
Natalie.
it's N as in Nancy, C as in Charles, and then W, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, O, N as in Nancy, 09@gmail.com.
Perfect. All right, can you repeat that one more time for everybody?
Yeah, so it's ncwatson09@gmail.com. N as in Nancy, C as in Charles, W, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, O, N as in Nancy, and 09@gmail.com.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you so much, Natalie, for sharing your growth and your experience with how we came together and how we will continue to grow in our relationship. And thank you, Tribe, in advance for sending your insights and your tips directly to Natalie's email. Welcome to the Kuumba Health Difference, and congratulations to everyone during this time on transforming your pain to power. All right, much love in life stressful moments. Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you.
All right.